Kinizsi was a general in King Matthias's famed Black Army. He was the only military commander in Hungarian history who reputedly never lost a battle. He was also Captain General of the southern regions of Hungary and land-steward of Temes County as of 1478. He is famous for his victory over the Ottomans in the Battle of Breadfield in October 1479. Towards the end of his life, he was appointed judge of the Kingdom of Hungary. The legends in this video have been selected based on a novel written by Sándor Tatai in 1955, which greatly contributed to Pál Kinizsi becoming one of the most iconic heroes of Hungarian history. When Pál Kinizsi was young, he worked at his father's water mill. One day, when he was having his break and resting under his favorite oak, he heard the bleats of a fawn. He discovered that the animal was caught in a trap and that a bear was about to devour it. Kinizsi confronted and defeated the beast. He freed the fawn, threw the 1,000-pound bear over his shoulder and walked back with it to the village. All the villagers were amazed by the size of the animal and the strength of the young man. On another occasion, King Mathias and his cortege were hunting in the Bakony Hills. When they got tired, they stopped at the Kinizsi mill and asked for a drink. The strong young miller served them fresh water that he put on a large millstone. Benigna, the daughter of General Blaise Magyar, immediately fell in love with the strong and courteous young man. The king, who was impressed by Kinizsi's strength, thanked him and invited him to his court in Buda. A couple of weeks later, Kinizsi decided to accept the invitation of King Matthias. As he was approaching the palace, he heard someone shouting for help. It was an old lady who was attacked by 2 hound dogs that belonged to the royal hunting party. Kinizsi rushed to help her and killed both dogs with his bare hands. The chief of the mercenaries, Holuban, rudely confronted him. Kinizsi defended himself with a tree that he tore out of the ground with its roots. Holuban then attempted to kill him with an arrow, but King Matthias intervened before the mercenary leader could use his bow. The king then enlisted Kinizsi in his army under the command of his general, Blaise Magyar. This is how Kinizsi entered the service of the king. He promptly got his armor and needed a horse as well. beautiful but untamed stallion caught his attention, which had been gifted to King Matthias by the King of Naples a few years back. Up to that point, no one had been able to train the animal because it could not tolerate anybody mounting it, and people could not even approach it. But Kinizsi was not afraid and managed to break the animal. General Magyar was so impressed by the courage and strength of the young man that, as a sign of appreciation, he offered the splendid stallion to Kinizsi. One night during the Bohemian War, the warlords were debating whether to launch an immediate attack on the enemy's stronghold or to delay the siege. Previously, King Matthias had sent some spies behind the enemy lines to gather information on the opponent's artillery positions. Kinizsi was placed on sentry duty. During the discussion, it was reported to the warlords that Kinizsi had left his duties and was nowhere to be found. Matthias was surprised as he had full trust in the new recruit. But at this moment, the huge figure of Kinizsi emerged in the command tent, carrying a cannon and the enemy's artillery master under his arms. There was great joy among the leaders, and especially when Kinizsi explained to them that he had obtained important information about the enemy positions. The king rewarded Kinizsi with the rank of general and great wealth. In addition, he appointed him to be captain general of the southern regions of Hungary. He was also honored with the leadership of Hungary's defense against the Turks, who were invading Hungarian territories more and more often. As for General Magyar, he offered Kinizsi his daughter's hand in marriage.